Hi, my name is Kathleen and I am new to the planner community. We are an Air Force family. My husband retired after 20 years of service in 2007, and we found ourselves back in our home state of Ohio in 2012. So it's been really fun to be back where we visited for all these years, but a little bit surreal at the same time. I am a student of web design and development with BYU Idaho Online. So I've been taking quite a few classes in design there and love it, love it, love it. In the summer, for some reason on YouTube came up a feed about bullet journaling, and I started watching some bullet journal videos, and I was very intrigued because I've always liked paper planners. I've always had like a Franklin Covey or something along those lines until I went kind of all digital a few years back when smartphones before that I had a Palm Pilot. So I like the techie stuff, I really do. But I went all digital when I got my BlackBerry and started keeping everything on there. And then I went over to an Android phone. And I love Google Calendar. I like my task lists. I use Google Keep. I use Evernote and all of those sorts of things electronically. But I have to say I was kind of missing the tactile feel of flipping through the pages and looking backwards and forwards to things. And so when I came across the bullet journal, I thought, ooh, that would be really fun. So I got myself a journal and I started experimenting with it, and saw that some people did stamping on theirs. And when I went and looked at YouTube for how people were doing that, it kind of led me over into the Happy Planner and Erin Condren planner world. And I was like, wow, those are so cute. And I had no idea all of that was going on. So what I found myself doing was kind of comparing the two. And I watched a lot of comparison videos to decide which was best for me. And I was really, really strongly drawn to Erin Condren. But in the end, the deciding factor for me was that the Happy Planner was quite a bit less money. And the fact that I could remove and add pages at will and customize pages. And because I've been kind of playing with the bullet journaling idea, that really just, that was a deal breaker for me, was that I could put in my lists, I could put in my collections, I could put in a page just of memories if I liked. And so I got the Happy Planner, I got the Punch, and then I started getting obsessed and buying lots of stickers and watching tons of YouTube videos again to see how people were planning and using their planners. And so I'm thinking about having an Etsy store. I'm working on it actually right now. It's not up. One of the things about me is that I am LDS, or Mormon, Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and we have lots and lots of we're very busy. We're just really busy people. And so just having some stickers that are LDS would be really fun. And I see that there are some stores that have them, and I thought, wow, I can do my own spin on that. I would really enjoy that. So so that's why I'm putting myself out there and starting to get into this community more and more, so I can see what's out there. One of the things that's most impressed me, though, is how open people are about, hey, this is how I started. This is what I do. Here's the pitfalls, here's the things to stay away from. I think it's just really quite amazing. So I'm glad to be with you guys. I hope to make some great friends, and I hope that whatever I come up with in the end, everybody will like and enjoy. And thanks so much. So I wanted to show you guys kind of my evolution with my Happy Planner. Again, like I said before, I kind of came from playing around with a bullet journal, and I just knew that I didn't have enough time to do a layout every single week. And so that's how I really kind of migrated over to this. And you'll kind of see what I mean when I flip through it. I only keep a couple of months, like 3 months in my current planner, and then I put them over into this. One of the things I really like about the Happy Planner system is that you can get the extra covers and you can get the extra rings, and then you just have multiple notebooks. So I've made several notebooks now, just from bits and pieces of what I got in my original kit. So this was an extra cover that I had purchased and extra rings, and I just moved things over. So one of the things that was in the bullet journal that I really liked was an idea of a memory page, because I do kind of like the scrapbooking aspect of it. So I just kind of did some little doodles and stuff and folded it over on and punched it. I'm still playing with this idea, and I don't know if it'll keep forever, but anyway. And then these were just some notes that I took on a trip that we went to Kirtland, Ohio. And I do kind of like the dashboards, and I thought it would be great to do a quote or a saying on each one, especially on these, because they didn't have words on this kit that I purchased. And so I bought it in July, and this was really just kind of plain Jane. I will say my other obsession is washi tape. I really kind of love it, and I have way too much of it now. So these were weeks that I didn't have the journal. And as you can see here, I was definitely using kind of the bullet journal system of things that have a time, have a triangle, things that are like a to-do, have a square. I don't do that anymore. But I do like doing kind of my events, things that are timed up in this panel, my to-do lists in this panel, and things that are a little bit journaly down here. And so again, kind of a carryover from the bullet journal thing was I did enjoy kind of documenting the sunrise, sunset, and what the weather had been like that day, highs and low temperatures on some of it. So that kind of evolved, and I kind of do a big catch up on it. I use a website to do that now. So then this was kind of my first foray into really getting pretty with it. And this was a downloadable printable. I believe it was a free one. I'm sorry, I don't have the websites and stuff all done, but this was kind of fun, and this was the first time I did a little journaling card, and it was just a packing list more than anything else for this trip that we took to Kirtland, Ohio for youth conference. So then this was August memories, and there's a couple of happy things and sad things in here. And then I found a really amazing quote that was so pretty for August, and I ended up not loving these, so I didn't use those again for that anyway. But I do really like using the washi for things that span several days. And I just kind of kept with these cute little things, the little watermelons. And then I did get into doing some of the pictures, printing them out. I did find that my cheapy photo paper was not the best bargain. I'd had it for a very long time. And so I ended up giving up on that. But I did get some nicer photo paper, and I just printed off myself now on some of them. So as you can see, I'm getting a little more bold here, using more washi and a few more stickers and stuff. These were actually, again, from a printable, so I was just gluing these down. This week, it's kind of a mess, and it was kind of, but I journaled here and journaled here, and that was kind of fun. Some of these stickers and stuff were from a kit, or from a pad from Hobby Lobby that I liked. And then this was first day of school, and it was my birthday, and so I journaled there. That's my daughter, who is now in 10th grade. And our family, we really love pink flamingos. It's kind of a fun little inside joke thing that we often do, a pink flamingo thing. And so I'm thinking about this one for a happy planner for my mom. Don't tell her, it might be Christmas. So This was a printable, and actually I ended up not loving this spread very much because it's really pastel-y and it just kind of looks washed out to me. But again, this was all part of my learning process. I do like these little thingies here. I don't use them as often as I should. I kind of switched to doing some of my stuff down here on the weather. And then I decided what fun it would be to take these little color things, as long as they didn't have a print on the other side, and make those my little memory guys. So, but I did find that as school started and things revved up with marching band, I was completely overwhelmed and didn't keep up with the memory stuff as well. And then I had some fun trying out some lettering with this pretty saying here. And I'll go back and try to get this colored in, maybe. Maybe not. I might just leave it and say, yep, that's just how life was. Now, this was the first time I had bought an Etsy kit. And I'm sorry, I think this was something like Designs by Jane, but I can't say by 100% because I only bought like 2 of them. And it was kind of fun. I mean, the idea of covering up all the numbers and the date stuff was kind of odd to me, but kind of fun at the same time. One of the things that I really like about this planning system is the idea that you don't get too in-depth here and you wait and get really in-depth on the weeks. So then I went with the green and yellow here. Found that I don't really care to section off the weekends this way, but I still use this system of kind of doing alternating how my to-dos are, from the little tags to something else to stamping it. I had the weather at the bottom here because I liked the top washi, but I ended up changing that again. So, and then this one was really orangey because to me September is kind of ushering in all that wonderful fall stuff. Again, I was still kind of sectioning off and making this part different. And I found I've got this cute little mason jar punch, and I thought this was really fun for making little lists and stuff. I just kind of like hinging stuff. And then here's a cute orange and green, and I had some fun with some bigger stickers, which I didn't think I could use these at all, but I really kind of had fun with that. I moved up my weather up to here. It looks like I missed a couple of days because the little app I use, the website I go to, it only goes back 2 weeks. So if I don't catch it up, I don't catch it up. This was a Tim Holtz pad that had lots of cute little sayings and stuff, and I really like that. These I got at Hobby Lobby, and they were fun. I think I got these stickers there too, just in the sticker aisle. And then this was something I decided I was going to try again, or try with this, because as much as I like the kits, I just don't see myself spending a ton of money on those. I have so much scrapbook supplies. So I'd gone through and I found a bunch of little stickers that I had, and then I had lots of paper. And so this was actually a kit that I bought just for doing this, a whole stack, but it was really bright primary colors, which isn't something I have a ton of. So I thought this was really fun, and I got kind of crazy like putting together patterns, which is not my norm. So this was a fun week, very different from my normal style. And then on this, again, I used scrapbook paper for my full box designs, and I just sometimes I do the glue stick and sometimes I do the Xyron because they'll fit in the one that looks like a little X. That 1.5 inch width works pretty well. But I liked the colors on this very much, and I really am kind of into this layering of the washi. I printed this guy out on photo paper because I was helping my sister move that week, and then this is marching band and just some thoughts on marching band because they had their first competition that week. So that is all that I have in there. And then, like I said, I only keep about 3 months in this. But this is the one that I'm using right now. I will say I bought this and I really liked it, and then when I looked online I found the Seasons one that starts in January, and I am actually switching over to it in January because I'm a very seasonal girl. I just really love switching things out for the seasons. So I have a couple things of sticky notes here for that future planning stuff. Again, one of the things I really like about happy planning is not to get too far in advance. Don't overwhelm yourself with trying to plan the entire year. I really like these. I just did 2 4x6s and I just divided them in Photoshop and put the little images in. This was some clip art that I own, but I don't think I own it. It's just for personal use, so it won't be part of my shop unless I can get some permissions, but it's going to be hard to find the artists because it's part of a thing called Hug Club that I had years ago, and it's not there anymore. So if anybody knows anything about that and wants to put it in the comments, I'd be happy to know some more. And then I put these little journaling cards in here, mostly to pull them back out and actual journal on them, but that doesn't happen yet. And so here's a cute October one that I had a lot of fun drawing on for my October memories, but I haven't really put anything in there yet. So I guess I better do that since October is officially done. In our church we have a general conference twice a year, and I decided to put my conference notes in my happy planner, which was something new for me. And then October, which is so pretty. And this was my other little Etsy kit, was an October monthly. So I had already had that one all planned out. And it was really fun to get into these colors. And I just did some really inexpensive stickers. This was like from Dollar General. And these were from a big pad that I got at Hobby Lobby. Just those little generic guys. And they're really fun for just being able to use a ton of them. Of course, at this point, I also already kind of had some of the Happy Planner Mambi stickers that were seasonal, as you can see. So this, we have a big apple butter festival in our little town. Well, it's not big because it's a little town, but anyway, it's a big deal to our little town. And that was this weekend, and some friends from we've been stationed with in Alaska came through and spent the night, and that was really fun. So I journaled on that, and we took some pictures that evening of being at the bonfire and at the apple butter festival and all of that. So that was really fun. This was bright and red and green, but I really enjoy it. It's kind of fun. And then this one, I tried to do these feathers and some pretty fall washi there. Had a lot of fun layering things. Sorry if I'm pointing to stuff that's off screen. I'm really new to this. So I layered a lot of stuff together there, and that was really fun. And these were actually in a scrapbook store that I got, and they were from Echo Park. And I really like them. They're thick, but they stick really well. And of course, they have some really big stickers with that. And I'm not sure how I'm going to use those yet, but this was really fun. And this is actually scrapbook paper, scrapbook paper, scrapbook paper, scrapbook paper. And I just punched those out in that with that little mason jar punch. I had a little scallopy punch here. It's a little bigger, so I just trimmed it on this edge so it would fit. But I really like it. I think it turned out great. Here again, more of the little layering that I'm kind of in love with. This was my class reunion, 31 years. We didn't get together last year, so we did 31-year class reunion, and had to put a be brave there because I was a little nervous. Hadn't seen these people for a long time, and even though I moved back to my hometown, I still hadn't seen a lot of them for a long time. So, oh, and you can see I just have sunrises and sunsets here. I need to go back and see if I can get some of the weather, because we have had the most fabulous fall. It's been incredible. And here I decided I would go for 2 weeks of just full-on Halloween fun. And so I got crazy with the washi tape, black and orange. I found a cute musical sticker thing through Hobby Lobby And so that's been kind of my thing with the contest, marching band contest that we've had. And so that turned out really cute. And then this one was my last week. And even though I had this, I didn't really put anything on the flip side. I just thought it was really cute. And so again, I used scrapbook paper here, even on my to-dos, and I decided, oh, this is where I really need to start using these little appointment count stickers. And so I did, and it's worked out really, really well. I really enjoy how that looks. And again, with the scrapbook paper, it's just, you know, and I did use, I mean, like this is a sticker from the Happy Planner seasonal pack and stuff. So it's just really, really fun. And I have so much of it. So that was last week. I need a quote. It'll be a Thanksgiving quote, but I haven't done it yet. So for this month, I didn't have a quip. I didn't have a kit to go off of. So I just decorated myself. I did kind of coordinating washies. This was all pink, which really kind of annoyed me because to me November is not a pink month in any way, shape, or form. It is dark browns and oranges and russets and just those beautiful rich fall colors. So anyhow, I put that in there, and I just took a brown thing, a brown coloring pencil, and I just went through and kind of browned it up some. So now it's kind of this little russety color. So anyway, this is how that ended up, and I like it. I have these little, I had these whole little box that are just these little 1-inch, 1.5-inch squares. And I thought, oh, that's a great way to not, I didn't have to cut up a bunch more stuff. I didn't add a ton more pattern, but I added some good color. Ooh, there's a little bit of glue stick there, yuck. And I just took a hole punch and punched out where the numbers were because I don't really care to cover all the numbers. That's not super important to me. And then this is this week's. So I've got a journal about our eventful doctor's appointment, and I'm working on some things here, but it's kind of fun putting these on point. And this is kind of what's going on. And again, more scrapbook paper. I got some really killer deals at Michael's when I was stalking them to see when they were getting the new stuff out. And I mean, you can get a big thing of scrapbook paper, 12 by 12. I got it for like $7.99, and it will last me for ages and ages. So I just think it's a really fun way. And I got this great punch. I'll show it to you. It's on a plan with me, but it's really for Erin Condrens because they're a little bit longer. But I'm trying to not get obsessed with that and let things go over the line. I'm going to be working on that this next couple weeks. But that punch makes it so easy because it's exactly 1.5 inches wide. So I don't even have to cut them in strips. But you certainly could. It would not be hard to do. And this is next week. I put my little today guide there because I like to see the whole week. And so when I get to next week, I'll pop off this page because it's a little easier than popping off this. I'll pop that off, I'll stick it here, and then my little today dashboard will actually be behind my following week. And yes, I'm sorry, I have a frowny face on election day. I'm not very happy with this election cycle and the choices that we've been given. But anyway, mostly I wanted to show you guys on this was how much fun it was to put blue into a fall spread. And these were so cute because, again, we have all this pink for November, which doesn't make me happy, but I had this scrapbook paper that had pink trees in a fall motif, and I thought, how perfect is that? So that's as far as I've gone. The rest is kind of still in early stages. I'll probably add some more to this next week, and I hope to do some plan with me's soon. because I think this is really fun and I'm having a blast. If you like my video and you think that you'd like to see me do some other things, I would love to have you subscribe and leave your feedback. And again, thanks for being such an awesome community that welcomes everybody and gives helpful tips and all of that. It is fabulous.